Do you believe there exists a country where things that seem impossible happen every single day? A place where rivers transform into floating markets, where a single shift in tone can completely change the meaning of a word, and where deep underground still lies a primeval forest untouched by humans. Vietnam, the S-shaped nation, is not just a travel destination, but a parallel world where every custom, every meal, every breath carries an unbelievable story. Get ready, because today's journey through 15 strange facts about Vietnam will leave you amazed, curious, and unable to look away. So, what makes this S-shaped land so irresistibly fascinating? Let's begin with the very first secret: its unique geography and landscape, where nature and people together create a canvas few could ever imagine. Number 15. Geography and landscape. Vietnam, the S-shaped nation, stands out not only for its graceful curve on the map, but also for its special geographical position at the very crossroads of Asia. To the north, it borders China, to the west, Laos and Cambodia, and to the east and south, it opens to the vast Pacific Ocean. Thanks to this location, Vietnam has long been a strategic bridge connecting economies, cultures, and even the flow of history across the region. The astonishing part is that the country's size is only comparable to a small US state, yet it embraces every type of terrain: towering mountains like Phan Xipang, the roof of Indochina, fertile plains stretching endlessly, and more than 1,860 miles of coastline filled with natural wonders. Which do you think creates a stronger allure, the cloud-kissing peaks, or the endless turquoise shores? If you want to keep traveling with us through these fascinating discoveries, remember to gently subscribe so you won't miss the next stories. Number 14 to 54 ethnic groups and diverse culture. Behind the number of over 100 million people, Vietnam is home to 54 ethnic groups with a treasure of cultural richness. The Kinh make up the majority, but groups like the Tay, Thai, Muong, Khmer, and Hmong bring unique colors to the nation. Each has its own language, costumes, festivals, and traditions, forming a beautiful cultural mosaic. From the Zoe dance of the Thai, the Hmong bamboo flute, to the Gi Ngo boat races of the Khmer, every piece contributes something distinct yet harmonious. This diversity makes Vietnam not only a destination, but also a living museum of tradition and identity. If you had a chance to experience Vietnam, what would you choose first? Comment 2. To join a vibrant mountain festival, or 3. To immerse yourself in mesmerizing dances and music. Number 13. The beauty and role of Vietnamese women. When speaking of Asia, it's impossible to ignore the gentle beauty of Vietnamese women. Not just their smooth skin or smiling eyes, but also the natural grace that shines through their demeanor. Many international rankings place Vietnam among the countries with the most beautiful women in Asia, something that astonishes visitors and makes locals proud. But this beauty goes beyond appearance. In modern society, Vietnamese women also hold remarkable roles. About 40% of businesses are led by women, a figure far higher than the global average. They manage families while excelling in careers, a rare balance. Perhaps it is this blend of traditional charm and modern strength that makes the image of Vietnamese women unforgettable to anyone who meets them. Number 12. The Kingdom of Motorbikes. If there's one symbol tied to daily urban life in Vietnam, it's the motorbike. With more than 70 million of them, nearly 3 for every 4 people, the sight stuns every foreign visitor. In Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City, mornings see a sea of bikes flowing like waves across the streets. But in Vietnam, motorbikes aren't just for commuting, they carry goods, families, and even refrigerators or entire piglets. These moments leave foreigners shocked, amused, and impressed by the creativity and adaptability of the Vietnamese. If one day you find yourself in this endless stream of bikes, would you rather weave through the bustling flow, or try carrying something unusual on the back of a Vietnamese motorbike? Number 11. Unusual customs of ethnic minorities. Hidden deep in the mountains of the Northwest and Central Highlands are customs you might not believe without seeing. Among the Hmong, the so-called wife-catching tradition is in fact a consensual marriage ritual where the woman has full choice. The Red Dao hold weddings lasting several days, with complex rites so lively that even guests end up exhausted. In some groups, the groom moves in with the bride's family after marriage, a rare practice in patriarchal Asian societies. Even in funerals, certain groups still offer food to the deceased, as a way to express filial piety. These customs may surprise or even move you, because behind their uniqueness lie profound human values. Number 10. Vietnam's coffee culture. Vietnam is not only a coffee exporting powerhouse, but also a cradle of unique experiences tied to each cup. From iced milk coffee praised by CNN as one of the world's best, to creamy egg coffee that stunned National Geographic, every flavor carries a story. Vietnamese people don't drink coffee in haste, they sit leisurely at street corners where small cafes become spaces for connection and sharing. Even new twists like salted coffee or coconut coffee add distinct character, making visitors both surprised and eager to try. If you ever set foot in Vietnam, how would you choose to enjoy coffee? And don't forget to subscribe to explore even more with us. Number 9. Agricultural exports among the world's top. Few would expect a modest-sized country like Vietnam to rise as an agricultural giant. Cashews, black pepper, rice, Robusta coffee, and dragon fruit all carry the "Made in Vietnam" brand worldwide. Especially the ST25 rice variety, once crowned the best rice in the world, amazed international audiences. This success stems not only from favorable tropical climate and fertile land but also from the diligence and creativity of Vietnamese farmers. Every harvest is not just work, but pride poured into every grain of rice and peppercorn. It's this harmony of nature's gifts and human perseverance that has secured Vietnam a spot on the global agricultural map. Do you feel proud knowing that these familiar flavors from Vietnam are celebrated all over the world? Number 8. Sun Dune Cave. Hidden within the Phong Nha Cu Bang Heritage Site, Sun Dune Cave is often described as another planet beneath Earth. Stretching nearly 5.6 miles long, with ceilings tall enough to fit a 40-story building, and stalagmites towering up to 260 feet, it makes visitors feel like they've stepped into an ancient world untouched by time. Inside is even a primeval forest, underground river, and its own isolated ecosystem, a mini-universe that has existed separately for millions of years. Its mystery has made Sun Dune a dream for explorers, though only a few thousand lucky people can visit each year. If you had the chance, would you gaze up at the sky inside the cave, or listen to the whispers of the underground river? Number 7. The floating markets of the Mekong Delta. Amid the vast waterways of southern Vietnam, floating markets like Cai Rang or Phang Hiet paint a vivid portrait of daily life. From dawn, hundreds of boats gather, loaded with ripe fruits, fresh vegetables, or steaming bowls of noodle soup. Sellers don't shout, they simply hang their goods on tall poles, a simple yet clever way of advertising. On these swaying boats, people cook, eat, and chat as if they were one big family. Laughter mixes with engine hums, and food aromas blend with the river breeze, creating an unforgettable atmosphere. If you could sit on a small boat drifting along, would you sip hot coffee, listen to cheerful chatter, and soak in the gentle rhythm of life in the Mekong Delta? Number 6. Vietnamese, one of the world's hardest languages. With more than 90 million speakers, Vietnamese may sound familiar, yet it ranks among the hardest languages to learn. What bewilders foreigners are its 6 tones. A slight change in pitch can completely alter a word's meaning. On top of that, many words are multi-meaning, depending on context. And then there's the intricate system of pronouns, based on age, status, and relationship, turning each conversation into a logic puzzle. For learners, Vietnamese can feel like a brain-teasing game, difficult, yet irresistibly engaging. If you had the chance, would you tackle the tones first, or dive into the unique pronoun system? Number 5. Diverse beliefs and spiritual life. Vietnam is a land where beliefs and spirituality weave into the rhythm of everyday life. Buddhism, introduced thousands of years ago, has merged with the soul of the nation through ancient temples, calm philosophies, and festivals year-round. Alongside it is mother goddess worship, honoring female deities tied to nature, reflecting respect for the protection of heaven and earth. And perhaps most enduring is ancestor worship, where the family altar connects generations. The blending of multiple faiths has created a rich spiritual tapestry where ancient traditions and modern life coexist in harmony. If you ever stood before the incense smoke of an old temple, you might feel the tranquility spreading deeply within. Number 4. Vietnam's unique festivals. With more than 8,000 festivals, Vietnam is truly a festival paradise, where every season brings new celebrations. Lunar New Year is a time of reunion, when streets bloom with peach blossoms, red calligraphy, and children's laughter. The Perfume Pagoda Festival offers a pilgrimage that is both sacred and poetic, with boats drifting on the Yen Stream amid limestone mountains. Meanwhile, the Hue Festival revives the imperial atmosphere with royal music, cuisine, and rituals. And in the highlands of Sapa, the weekend love market becomes a meeting place for young couples, with flutes and dances filling the air. If you could join, would you choose Lunar New Year's joyous atmosphere, or the romantic love market of Sapa? Number 3. Must-visit destinations. Every region in Vietnam offers a unique picture. Hanoi enchants with its old quarter, Hon Kiem Lake, and moss-covered pagodas beside elegant French architecture. Hue whispers of royal times with its citadel, tombs, and court music. Sapa opens a world of majestic mountains, layered rice terraces, and crisp air. Ha Long Bay, with thousands of limestone islands rising from emerald waters, has been recognized by UNESCO as a World Natural Heritage Site. And in the south, Phu Quoc welcomes visitors with white sandy beaches, fiery sunsets, and warm hospitality. Perhaps the journey through Vietnam is not only about sightseeing, but also about finding peace in each step you take. Number 2. Vietnamese cuisine. Vietnamese cuisine is a journey of flavors, where each region tells its own story. In the north, elegance shines in Hanoi's pho, with clear, delicate broth, or bun cha that caught global attention after President Obama's casual meal. Central Vietnam delights with bold, colorful dishes like Hue beef noodle soup, mi quong, or bon bio. The south is a paradise of variety, where broken rice, hue chu, and spring rolls capture both generosity and creativity. The fascinating thing is that despite differences, all Vietnamese food carries the same essence, a delicate balance of taste, aroma, and emotion. If you could choose right now, would it be pho from Hanoi or Hue beef noodle soup from central Vietnam? Number 1. Cost of living in Vietnam. In a world where prices rise daily, Vietnam offers a pleasant surprise. The cost of living here is far lower than in most major cities worldwide. With just about $700 to $900 a month, you can rent an apartment, cover utilities, get around comfortably, and still enjoy rich cuisine every day. A steaming bowl of pho on the street costs only $1.12, while dinner at a fancy restaurant rarely exceeds $15. Even taxis and ride-hailing services are cheap enough to amaze visitors. And most importantly, every dollar spent here doesn't just buy convenience, it buys the simple joys of daily life. Maybe that very warmth and simplicity are what make people linger in Vietnam longer than they ever planned. Thank you for joining us on this journey through 15 surprising facts about Vietnam. Each story is only a small slice of the bigger picture of this S-shaped country. Countless more wonders are still waiting, from mysterious customs to untold lands. See you in the next video, where the adventure continues with even more surprises.